If you talk to successful print-on-demand sellers, you'll notice something interesting. The sellers who make consistent sales almost always say the same thing. It wasn't the design quality. It wasn't the mock-ups. It wasn't even the SEO. It was the niche. Because almost everything in POD can be improved later. You can redesign the artwork. You can upgrade your product photos. You can optimize keywords. But if the niche itself is wrong, nothing else will fix it. So in this video, we're going to break down how successful POD sellers actually choose niches and why most beginners research niches the wrong way. Part 1. The best niches feel too specific. One of the biggest mistakes beginners make is choosing niches that are too broad. For example, dog lover, fitness, travel. These aren't niches, they're huge markets. A niche usually sounds much more specific. Instead of dog lover, think Bernese mountain dog dad who hikes. Or instead of nurse, think night shift ICU nurse humor. The reason this works is simple. Specific communities respond much more strongly to products that feel personal. And that's especially true on marketplaces like Etsy, which has over 90 million active buyers looking for unique and personalized products. When a design speaks directly to someone's identity or lifestyle, it creates a stronger emotional connection, and that often leads to better conversion. This is why many successful POD sellers build their stores around micro-communities, not mass audiences. Part 2. Timing matters more than most people think. Another mistake many sellers make is entering a niche too late. In print-on-demand, trends can move very quickly. Some niches go from emerging to saturated in just 6–8 weeks, especially when they spread through social media or viral content. By the time a niche appears in a video titled something like Top 10 POD Niches to Sell, many early sellers may already have captured the demand. This is why experienced sellers pay attention to early signals, not just confirmed trends. They look for signs that interest is starting to grow before competition explodes. Part 3. Most sellers research niches backwards. A common research strategy looks like this. Search a keyword on Etsy or Amazon. Find listings that are already selling, and try to copy them. But there's a problem with that approach. When you see a listing ranking on page 1 today, that listing probably started gaining traction months ago. Marketplace search results usually reflect past demand, not future opportunity. Research from Google search data shows that trending queries often appear weeks before they reach peak popularity. That means by the time a trend becomes obvious inside a marketplace, the best window of opportunity may already be shrinking. A better strategy is to look for rising trends early. And one of the easiest tools to do that is Google Trends. It allows sellers to see whether interest in a topic is increasing, declining, or stable over time. Surprisingly, many new sellers never use it. Part 4. Cross-platform gaps are hidden opportunities. Another strategy experienced sellers use is cross-platform research. Most sellers focus on just one marketplace, but different platforms often have completely different competition levels. For example, a niche like pickleball humor shirts might already have tens of thousands of listings on Amazon, while competition on Etsy can still be much smaller. That kind of imbalance creates opportunity. Because the two platforms attract different types of buyers. Amazon tends to focus on convenience and mass market demand, while Etsy buyers are often looking for personalized products, creative designs, and niche communities. So sometimes the opportunity isn't finding a new niche, it's simply finding the right platform for that niche. Part 5. Seasonality is predictable, but underused. Another important factor in POD is seasonality. Many niches spike at almost the same time every year. Think about Mother's Day, Halloween, Christmas. Search trend data from Google Trends shows that interest in holiday-related keywords often begins rising 4-8 weeks before the holiday itself. But many sellers start designing products after the spike has already started. The sellers who benefit most usually prepare designs weeks in advance, so their listings have time to gain visibility before demand peaks. And this is where working with a flexible print-on-demand partner can help. For example, platforms like Inkedjoy allow sellers to quickly test seasonal designs and launch products without holding inventory. That flexibility makes it much easier to experiment with new niches and react to trends earlier. Part 6. The Passion Niche Trap. Another common beginner mistake is choosing a niche based on personal interest. For example, I love photography, so I'll design shirts for photographers. But the truth is, your personal interest doesn't determine whether a niche is profitable. The market does. Many successful sellers actually run stores in niches they personally know very little about, because they rely on research and data, not personal taste. Understanding demand, competition, and timing is usually far more important than being passionate about the niche itself. Part 7. What successful POD sellers actually do. So what does a smarter niche strategy look like? Most successful sellers combine several signals: rising search interest, low competition, specific communities, seasonal timing, cross-platform gaps. When these signals align, a niche can become a strong opportunity. And once you've identified a promising niche, tools and POD suppliers can help you test ideas quickly without major upfront investment. That's one of the reasons many sellers rely on platforms like Inkedjoy. In print-on-demand, not every niche idea will work. Smart sellers usually test multiple ideas before they find one that really takes off. With Inkedjoy, the platform itself is free to use, which makes it easier for sellers to start experimenting without additional setup costs. Product pricing is also designed to stay affordable, so whether you're ordering samples to check quality or testing a new niche in the market, both you and your customers can purchase products at a very low cost. That means you can launch an idea, see how the market responds, and adjust quickly without needing to invest heavily upfront. And that kind of low-risk testing is one of the biggest advantages of the print-on-demand model. If you'd like to try it out, you can check the link in the description to explore Inkedjoy. New users can currently get up to 40% off on their first order. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let us know in the comments what POD topic you'd like us to cover next. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.